मोबाइल में चार्जिंग नहीं है। लिखी हो तो अच्छा अच्छा और लिख लो रुद्र शब्द
Chapter separation of substances.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Next chapter is separation of substances. Abhishek, stop presenting.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Abhishek, stop presenting.
Morning, sir.
Enough of your good morning. Stop here. Right. Fifth chapter, separation of substances. In nature, we have learned that there are many substances, and sometimes these substances may not be available in their separate form. Instead, they may be available in the mixture form.
Sir, post chapter has been completed, sir.
Completed na yesterday. Where were you?
Sir, in monthly test we have.
Now stop talking, just listen. Don't be so much curious. So when you are provided with mixtures of substances, you may require separate ones from the mixtures in order to utilize or use individual substances effectively. So, you are provided with mixture of different substances. Mixture of different substances are provided to you. You want individual substances separately from the mixture. Why do you want individual substances separately from the mixture? For better utilization. So, mixture of different substances is provided to you. You want individual substances separately from the mixture for better utilization. Right? So, this is the first thing that you have learned. So, there is a question that is being asked to you. Why do we separate substances? Why do we separate substances? There are three reasons. If a mixture of two or more useful substances is provided, then to separate the useful different substances. Next, if a mixture of a useful substance and a non-useful, or simply to speak useless substance is provided to you, then to separate the useless component or non-useful component from the useful one. Next, if a mixture of impurities and useful substances is there, then to separate and remove the impurities, right? So these are the three reasons we generally go for separation method, right? Mixture of different substances can be number one. Mixture of one, two or more useful substances is provided to you. Then you need to separate these all useful substances separately from one to other in order to use them effectively. For example, you are provided with buttermilk, right? Or say you are provided with curd, not buttermilk, curd is provided to you. From curd you want buttermilk and butter separately, because from butter you can make ghee, buttermilk you can use it separately to drink. So for the better utilization, some people may not be liking the curd which is mixed with this butter. So to separate both buttermilk and butter from the curd, we go for some separation method. Next, if a mixture of useful substance and non-useful component is provided, mixture of useful substance and non-useful component is provided to you. Non-useful means useless. So you want to use the useful substance. You don't want to use the non-useful component, right? Then what will you do? You will be just taking out the useless or non-useful component. So after preparing tea, the separation of tea leaves from tea. After preparing tea, you separate these tea leaves. Okay, it is not useful for drinking. You will drink only tea, right? So you are separating it. If you are given the tea along with the tea leaves, you will not be liking it. You will not be just having the taste effectively. So to have the taste of the tea effectively, you need to separate the tea leaves, right? Next, if mixture of impurities and useful substance is there, then you need to remove the impurities. Punya Shlok, stop presenting. Mixture of useful substance and impurities is provided to you. Then you will have to are going to do. So, why do we separate? Why do we separate the substances from the mixtures, from their mixtures? There are three reasons. First one, mixture of two or more useful components are there. Then, in order to utilize both the useful components in an effective manner, you separate them. Satvik, why are you keep presenting all the time? Stop presenting. Satvik, stop presenting. Second one, mixture of useful substance and non-useful component. It is not impurity, it is non-useful component. After you prepare the tea leaves will become non-useful. Then you need to separate the tea leaves from tea. And third one, mixture of useful substance and impurities. They are not only useless, they are impurities. Okay? It is not like tea leaves. Tea leaves are not the impurities. Tea leaves are used to prepare the tea. Whereas here, dust and stone, they are not used to cook the rice. They have to be separated because they are impurities. They are impurities. So, separating two or more useful substances. Separating two or more useful substances. Next, separation of useful substance from non-useful component, and separation of impurities from useful substance. Right? Some of the students are complaining that my voice is not louder like that. I am almost like shouting. Right? I have set all the voice settings clearly. Try to set the voice settings of your device. Raise the volume of your device. You can listen me clearly. Don't keep asking me, sir, increase your voice like that. Hope you have taken these points. So we have learnt why do we separate. Then after why, the next question should be how. How do we separate? What are the various methods to separate? Right? See, science is the subject of the questions of why, how, what. These are the three things. Without these questions, you cannot learn the science. Right? Without why and how. You have learned why do you separate the substances from the mixture. Three reasons are there. And now, how do we separate? What are the different ways to separate the substances? Let us learn the different ways of separation of substances. There are different methods of separation like hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation, decantation and filtration. There are different methods of separation. They are hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Write them. What is hand picking? You will pick out, or you will separate the substances using your hand, provided if the picking out substance is little larger and the entire mixture is little smaller. Means if a small quantity of mixture is provided to you and in that the substances to be separated are in large size, then you can go with hand picking method. Samarth, you are very smart, but please stop presenting. So, if you are provided with rice or wheat, in that large sized stones are there, right, and husk is there. You can separate the stone and husk using hand picking method. So hand picking method is used if the quantity of impurities is usually not very large. If the quantity of impurities is very large, then you cannot go with the hand picking method. Right? Okay. So hand picking. Separation of the substances from their mixture by using hand. Separation of stones and husk from rice and wheat. Next one, threshing. What is threshing? Hope you have written this one. threshing. Threshing is the method of separation of grains from their stalks by beating the stalks to a hard surface. Your togri bele, that is red gram, which we use to prepare dal. When the plants give the fruits of this red gram, and these fruits are completely ready to take their grains, farmers will harvest, means they cut the crop from the field. But the fruits that contain this red gram or your togri bele, they are attached to the stalks. Stalk means this is the plant, right? And this is the leaves, and like these fruits will be there that contain grains, right? You need to separate those fruits from this one. This is stalk. This is stalk. You need to separate these grains containing fruit. So what the farmers do, they take this stalk and they beat it to a hard surface. So like a big stone, they keep beating them. They keep beating them, right? When it is just kept held in their hand and just beat on this hard rock, automatically these grains will fall out. In that way, by beating the stalks, by beating the stalk onto a hard surface, or some people, what do? They just keep all the stalks on the floor, and by using bullocks and some pressurized conditions, okay, they will separate these grains. And if it has to be separated large quantity, then machines can be used. And the principle of threshing is beating the stalks to a hard surface. Remember, beating the stalks to a hard surface to separate grains. Beating the stalks to a hard surface to separate the grain. Next, winnowing. So, you have bet the stalks and grains are separated. Are all grains are going to be completely separate, or are they going to have something along with them? They will have husk. So you need to have the grains separate from the husk. So husk is lighter and grains are heavier. So how do we separate them? We separate them using wind or blowing air. Means using a soup type thing is taken and they will just from the height, this mixture is just poured down. When the mixture is just thrown down, automatically the heavier substance will fall here, the heavier substance will fall here, and the lighter substance, due to wind, it will fall far away from that heavier substance. So here, using wind or blowing air, separating the heavier and lighter components from the mixture. So farmers use these threshing and winnowing, both the things, one after the another, especially for the grains, right? Not for all the things. For the fruits and all, they don't do it. For once after harvesting, to separate the grains from the stalk, what do they use? They use threshing. After the grains are separated from the stalks, then they use winnowing. Right? Some students are asking to teach in Hindi. Hope you have written these two things. You might have seen sieve, right? A rounded structure that contains small holes in it, very small, fine holes in it. This is sieve, right? So, at your home, your mothers used to use this sieve very frequently to separate the larger particles from the wheat flour, right? Yeah, it's there in our home, good. You all might have seen this one, provided if you are using it. So bigger impurities from fine particles are separated using the sieve. So the method of separation of bigger impurities from fine particles of flours, wheat flour, rice flour, like things, using sieve is known as sieving. So sieving is bit different from filtration. Sieving is bit different from filtration. Filtration word is used to separate the solid particles from the liquid component. If a mixture of solid and liquid is provided, then to separate the solid particles, like you have prepared the juice. In that juice, seeds, pulp, all those things are there. You want only the liquid juice. So what do you use? You use a strainer and you filter out that fine juice, and the solid particles like seeds and pulp all will be left in the strainer only. So that is not sieving. So some people are getting confused. And sieving, it is for solid to solid separation, whereas filtration, it is to separate the liquid and solid, right? Try to remember this one, okay? And other methods, sedimentation, decantation, all those things we will discuss in the coming class.